Okay, here's an update again. Trying to troubleshoot this. It was up there, 30-mile-an-hour winds, all the way down to 15 steady, plus 20 all over the place, but it didn't spin. It has a general ability to spin with a hand turn. I mean, I feel the amount of torque I'm putting on. I'm putting a little bit of amount of torque on it, but it just seems to spin freely, like the wind should, do it. But just that little hump right there, I thought maybe it was shorting out. So what I did is took the wires off of the interface box, tested those. I was getting continuity on all three phases. I do not understand that part. So continuity was going through all three phases back to here. So I decided, all right, let me climb the tower. Climbed up the tower twice. I cut the wires free from the generator. I tested each wire against each other. There's no continuity between the three wires, so there's no short anywhere. These are single pull all the way down the tower, underground, over to the next T-box, J-box, and then in the J-box and into my shed, and then straight over to the inverter, or the interface box where they connect. So I checked the continuity there. There's no shorts in these, so all I have to do is unshrink wrap those and resolder these. I got a little bit more wire to play with. I'm going to now try to spin this and cut these wires and see what kind of readings I get from the actual generator. These things shouldn't be shorting out at all. They go directly into the box. They've never been manipulated inside or anything. So need somebody to tell me why this thing is like, it sort of spins freely, like it wants to go and then it slows down by itself just like that. I mean, I'm doing very light torque on this time, so you can see the amount that I'm just pushing on it. You think the wind 30 miles an hour would spin that thing like that, but these scoops I don't think are big enough. I don't think they're out far enough from the arm to alleviate the actual torque on that. So maybe something that's out this far catch more wind. So I'm going to follow in Colin's footsteps from South Africa. I'm going to remove every other blade and attach that blade to this blade to bring it out even further. Now, of course, I only screwed this in here, so I can unscrew this, put a 45 in there, step it out, and then back up again. No problem. So that's why I left that base mount there unwelded. So anyway, so these will extend out. I was even thinking every blade that's missing, put an aluminum square tube down here and aluminum sweat it, sort of braze that in there with aluminum welding rod, and then put the arm out even further, probably about a 1.5 foot with a scoop on it. So there would be at least 4 or 6 scoops sticking out from the turbine even farther. I might have to eliminate the anerometer in the meanwhile and mount it down lower to the side just for temporary wind speeds. But that's my thoughts. I need somebody to tell me, why do you think this is not spinning freely? I mean, I cut the wires and it's still, I was up there on the tower free climbing, and that thing was not spinning in the winds. And the tower was, moving back and forth a little bit. The anerometer was still showing 15 miles an hour while I was up there. So I need your input on this, man. Somebody out there, I'm sure, has a little bit more knowledge about these wind turbines. All right, man? The man, let me know what you're thinking.